Hello, welcome everybody. Today we are talking with Bev Feldman of Lincolnshire Eco-Friendly Jewelry. Hello, Bev. Welcome.
Kelly, thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for being with us. I've been wanting to talk to you because I, first of all, love your jewelry. It is so pretty,
Thanks.
and I just love the story behind it. You know how you wanted to create something sustainable and earth friendly. So Bev has a jewelry line, Lincolnshire, and it's eco-friendly, sustainable jewelry. And so I wanted to have her on to kind of tell a little bit about that, and we're going to talk about eco-friendly living and all of that good stuff. So, Bev, I'd love to hear the story of how how you came up with the idea. And I know you've, been doing this for a while, and it's been a thing you've been kind of working on and always loved. But sort of, and why eco-friendly? Like, what brought you to that aspect of it?
Yeah, so I've had my jewelry business now for about 5 years, and it's really evolved over that time. Sorry, I just got a notification my battery is low, so hopefully it'll last. Yeah, so when I started, I was actually working with silver plated. I was making silver plated jewelry because I was new and I was trying to make it more affordable, but kind of had this feeling like there's this like kind of icky feeling, like I wanted to make jewelry. Like at that time I was starting to look more into sustainable living, and I felt like, okay, well, making silver plated jewelry is not super sustainable because it's not recycled material, and I don't know how it's not super recyclable. So I made the switch to sterling silver a couple of years ago, and then these past couple of years I've switched just to working with sterling silver. I used to use pearls, and I kind of worried. I'm like, I don't know how sustainable those materials were. So now I work with sterling silver, and I use primarily recycled silver so that I can make my jewelry as eco-friendly as possible. So the bulk of my designs uses recycled silver. The only exception is like the chains in some of my pieces. It's unless I handcraft the entire chain, I have to buy chain. And I could, in theory, make the chain itself, but that would also drive up the prices of my jewelry. So I'm also trying to balance between sustainability and also not making it exorbitantly expensive.
Yes, exactly. It's a fine balance. That is, I love that. I just love the whole philosophy, and your pieces are gorgeous.
Thank
And
you.
another thing about, I'm sure you've found this, is some of the when it's not sterling silver can cause irritation. I got an allergy to nickel, so for a long time I couldn't wear earrings, which really bummed me out. And I
Yeah, and
figured,
I found that a lot that people, also I kept hearing, oh, I have a nickel allergy, and I wasn't sure that the silver plated didn't contain nickel. So I want to, there's another benefit that sterling
yeah,
silver tends to
sterling
be.
is so clean, and yeah, it's great. So this was sort of part of your eco-friendly lifestyle journey. And I
Yeah.
know you've made a lot of lifestyle changes to live more eco-friendly. So what are maybe two of your tips that you can share with people that you've done that are easy? You're a busy mom, and you're, congratulations, pregnant.
Thank you.
So you are, I mean, there's kind of, I think, this myth out there that, oh, eco-friendly living and wellness living within the eco-friendly world can be too expensive, can be too complicated. It's too much work, but it really can be done. I'm a busy mom too, and so there are easy things we can do that really don't take time, and are time savers.
Yeah. And it's funny that you say that, there's this concern that it's more expensive. And actually, one of my tips is buying clothes used. So whether I'm fortunate, I live in a city with a lot of really fantastic thrift stores and consignment stores nearby, but I recognize not everyone has that like at their fingertips. There's some really great websites. Like I just bought a whole bunch of maternity clothes used through ThreadUp. And
Oh,
yeah, and what's nice about buying clothes used is you can save a ton of money. And I've bought things that are really high quality. They're brands that I probably would not otherwise be able to afford. I'm not super brand conscious, but I bought things I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have purchased this new because it would have been like way out of my price range. So I've actually saved a lot of money by buying clothes used, and then that's great for the environment because instead of, just chucking your clothes out, you're buying things that you're giving new life to clothes. And if you do buy it at a store versus online, you're also supporting your local economy, which is really nice. So that's my really big tip, is to make the move towards buying clothes used. And the other benefit in terms of cost saving is you have to kind of dig around a little bit more. It's not as convenient as, say, like popping over like Old Navy and just, grab it. They're going to have what you need. You're kind of, you have to, can only buy with what's there instead of just buying whatever you feel like. So that also can save you money.
Right, right.
Yeah, and then the other thing I do is I always carry a water bottle on me. So it's another way actually that you save money. Instead of buying bottled water, just fill up your water bottle at a water fountain and a tap. So
I think, and that's one of the easiest things. I mean, and you're right, it saves money and it's super eco-friendly. I mean, they say that there's enough bottles in the landfill, to go around the globe several times or something. It's just crazy. And it's such an easy thing. And there's so many great bottles out there now, glass and the stainless steel. They have plastic ones that have, BPA free, but sometimes then they have other chemicals in there that you don't want. But
yeah, and I use the stainless steel one that's insulated, so it also has the added benefit of keeping my water cold versus a plastic water bottle. It's, a hot day, like I'm in Boston, it's super hot today, and it's going to get warm really quickly, versus my insulated bottle will keep it cold for a really long time.
Exactly. I found that to be amazing because, I live in Southern California and it's gotten so hot here lately, these heat waves. I mean, across the country, you got humidity. I know I have my bottle in my car. I can stay in it for hours. It's still cold. It's fantastic. Exactly. And that is the downside of a glass bottle. It's very eco-friendly, but it doesn't keep it. And plus the stainless steel bottles, they have so many cute ones now too,
Yeah. Yeah, and I love the color purple, so of course I got a purple water bottle for myself.
I know, I have like a peach one and a pink one, and they say cute, like one says love, it's cute. It's fun. Well, those are fantastic tips. So tell us a little bit about your launching soon. So what are we?
So I have one jewelry line that's currently up on my website. It's kind of my signature line. I've got this was actually the piece that started it. It's all of the pieces featured hammered circles. So I think pieces that are interlinked or just a single hammered circle. And my new line, which I'm actually trying to name right now, I've been chatting with some friends to get some ideas. It's different, but very complimentary. I'm actually wearing one of the pieces right now. I don't know if you can see it. It's tiny. Those pieces are a little bit smaller. Like it's a little teardrop with little silver ball accent. So all of the thing that ties that line together, because they're all different shapes and they're a little bit more on the smaller side, but they all have kind of a tiny silver ball accent. And it's funny I was talking to a friend of mine who's actually she's expecting her first baby around the same time I'm due. And she was saying that one of the pieces kind of reminded her of pregnancy. And I started thinking about this idea of like birth and in pregnancy, and kind of this jewelry line kind of was born around, like it started around the same time I found out I was pregnant. So yeah. And I kind of also like to think about my jewelry as giving new life to silver that's been, used before. So yeah, so I'm really excited. And actually the earrings I'm wearing right now, I want to make sure that some of my pieces give back in some way. So these, these particular earrings, I'll be donating a portion of the proceeds of each sale to WaterAid, which helps to provide access to clean water to people around the world.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. I love the idea of giving back. It's great. And water is such an issue around the world.
Yeah. And you realize how much, I feel really lucky that I can go to the tap and fill up my water bottle and know that the water's clean, especially I live in a city. So pretty much, I take it for granted, but I actually spent 5.5 months with my husband backpacking around South America many years ago. So we were in several countries where you couldn't do that. You either had to boil the water or buy bottled water. So it's the only time in my life I've really bought a lot of bottled water, because I couldn't always easily boil it and then like let it cool down. But
Right. But you're right. It's something, you take for granted, and it's not. It's a luxury that we are very blessed to have. That's for
yeah,
sure.
I agree.
Definitely. So where can people find you?
Yes, you can find me on my website, linkouture.com. I don't know if you can see the sign behind me, but it's kind of, so it's, I'm sure you'll include a link.
Yes, I will put links.
Not necessarily obvious how you spell it. And then all of my social media, Instagram, Facebook, all of that is all with the handle linkouture.
Yeah, you can Facebook page and Twitter and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Yeah. One of my things that I love to teach clients is eco-friendly living in general. And I just love the idea of, it's not just recycling and things you use in your house, but I mean, things like clothes and jewelry. It's kind of like thinking a little bit outside the box, but it's fantastic.
Yeah. And my hope is that with my jewelry is that it's funny to own a business where I'm trying to sell things, where I also don't want people to buy tons of things.
Right.
Like you kind of promote that. And that, my hope is that if you buy my jewelry is that you don't feel like you need to buy a ton because it's very versatile and you can mix and match it with your outfits and with each other and with other pieces you already own.
Yeah. And timeless, they're just pretty pieces. They're not, they're just kind of timeless. I think your pieces are, they're very,
that's one of my goals.
Minimalist, but very classy, and I love silver. I'm a silver girl.
Thank you. I do too.
Always have been my whole life. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And also, you have a link also that I'm going to add because you have what is it, 10% off of.
Yeah, so if your viewers want to go to linkouture.com/savvy, they can sign up for my newsletter and get 10% off their first order. And they'll also get to be in the loop. I have my new jewelry line will launch on August 22nd, and then in celebration of that, I'm going to do a pre-launch sale kind of party on August 17th, and that'll be on Facebook. So no matter where you are, you can attend from the comfort of your own home.
Well, we'll definitely link to that. And for your viewers, I have my guide. I've got a free guide. It's 10 tips to eco-friendly, organic beauty and wellness. It's kind of like my top. People are always asking me for my tips, so I compiled my top eco-friendly, organic beauty and wellness. So it's 10 tips to looking younger, but it's not, it's more wellness also.
Yeah, but it all it very much ties into each other.
It definitely does. It definitely does. It's just for me, my philosophy is that it's a holistic way of life. It's not just one thing. I think our lifestyle, we all, wear clothes, jewelry. I think it's so great if you're thinking, like I said, a little outside the box and thinking about the things you're wearing also.
Yeah.
I remember some jewelry, it turns your skin, it stains your skin, and so it's really something to think about.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing, a lot of kind of inexpensive mass-produced jewelry is not made with quality materials, and so those materials are they're not good for the environment, they're going to do funky things to your skin.
Exactly. There've been so many recalls, especially with kids' jewelry, that they found lead in them, and But yeah, I just like the whole idea that it's just a holistic way of life. It's a mind-body connection, and it's wellness from the inside out, and it's also what we're putting on our skin, what we're wearing. Mm-hmm. So I love it. Well, good luck with your launch. I'm excited. So I'll put the links in the description, and I think that's great. Well, it was really nice chatting with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we'll chat soon, and we'll chat again once you have your baby and your launch. You've got a lot coming up.
Congratulations. I've got 2 babies this year.
Yeah. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.